Series X, and see if my Xbox will actually play it. Because I got an upgraded Xbox and I just haven't pulled it out of pulled it out of its box and put it to work yet. The main thing I'm going to be doing today is grinding to get innocent devils that I actually want, because Iete, I don't actually want Iete. I got Iete because Iete has that specific form of battle type has an ability, and there it is. There's the shoulder ride. Now I'm going to try and get him to drop a devil shard if he hasn't already. In fact, I need to look at my items. No, he hasn't dropped one. I need to get him to drop an extra devil shard. Shoulder ride is actually required for this specific area in the game, the Forest of Jiguma. As for Master Chief Collection, yeah, like I'll try to set up a time where you and I can play it in private. If we struggle on any of those games, though, I am ending that attempt right away, because the servers for that game have been ass ever since 343 got turned into a skeleton crew and kind of made to ignore the game. Drop sun tears, you bastard. Drop them. I didn't ask if you wanted to, I said you're going to. Dick. They were like, no, I'm not. Okay. So I need Iete to drop a Devil Shard, and then I need to turn these two into fairy types that might actually be useful. And that means more training. No, it's not just the Arbiter levels. Like, you and I were struggling there for quite a while after a point. I think the servers were just starting to be bad. Either that or my console was starting to be really bad. I upgraded to a better Xbox, so I guess we'll see. Oh, Liz, do you like the Arbiter from Halo? I don't know if you know anything about Halo, Liz. Gross. Well, he is voiced by Keith David, so I guess I could forgive you for that one. Keith David has one of the sexiest voices known to mankind. The Arbiter, he's voiced by Keith David. How do you not know this, Liz? You don't know who Keith David is? Like, his voice is used for Admiral Anderson in the Mass Effect series. She's been under a rock. He's only one of the most prolific black actors of all time. Like, how do you not fucking know this guy? Like, he defined the voice for Spawn, dude. Him, Wesley Snipes, Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock. Because I don't care for actors' real names. You have no idea. Well, you need to start caring because those are the people who bring you the many talented performances that you see. Like, I love the guy who did Shepard in the Mass Effect trilogy. That guy is amazing. Drop a Devil Shard already, will you? Jeez. I didn't think getting him to drop a Devil Shard would be this fucking complicated. Or at least take this damn long. It could be the low EXP value of the enemies. Why do I need to know that as well? I don't know, maybe so you can appreciate the guy's voice talents? That's kind of why I do it. That, and so you can understand why people have a problem with a certain actor if the actor decides to go make themselves very famous for doing something stupid. I.e., people like Rachel Ziegler and Brie Larson. Because Brie Larson was making herself look really fucking dumb for a long while there. She finally figured out that if she wanted to have a career, that she needed to shut the fuck up and just act instead of trying to throw her fucking political opinions at everybody's face and then be mad when her political opinions were disagreed with by, as it turns out, a very large majority of people. Rachel Ziegler has become infamous for basically destroying Snow White at this point because she is insulted the film, demeaned the film, and outright shat practically all over the source material. Or Darth Kennedy. He is referring to Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy is a woman who has worked for Disney for a long while. Ultra Screen, okay. Excuse me while I shoulder ride around. Okay, that's what Ultra Scream does. That was hilarious. Kathleen Kennedy is a major producer of films and director of film operations in Disney, and for a long time, Kathleen was considered a very big, very good authority. And Kathleen Kennedy has earned a very, 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 very foul reputation over the last 10, 15 years at this point, because she has violated virtually everything about Star Wars. And she violated Indiana Jones. And she's gonna go out making one more bad fucking Star Wars movie, but it's because there were official sources at Lucasfilm and Disney for a while that Kathleen was gonna get removed. However, those rumors appear to be false, and Disney apparently intends to renew her contract yet again when it expires, yet again, despite universal demand that that woman be put out of a job because she destroyed several beloved franchises with her feminist bullshit propaganda being forced into the goddamn film franchises she touches. It's not intended to talk about Disney. This is intended to discuss a particular individual who is one of the most directly responsible for Disney's political problems. Because Kathleen actively encouraged all of the political messes that led to the destruction of Star Wars as a franchise, and pretty much gave her one of universally the worst reputations you could imagine. Kathleen Kennedy is absolutely despised by the Star Wars community. And it is because she led the directing individuals of the Star Wars franchise over the last several films, over the last several years, and their direct insults and contradictions to George Lucas's source material. In fact, she supported a director who recently came out that has been in the making of a Star Wars movie for a while, And he recently got on the internet and made a mistake in his career. He got on the internet and had the nerve to say he doesn't want to be held back by George Lucas's canon, George Lucas's series rules and whatnot like that, which tells me that he wants to make something that's not Star Wars but looks like Star Wars. At which point, what that tells me is, if you don't even want to follow the rules of the universe, why are you even here? Get out. You shouldn't even have a career. Let's talk about a happy time for you in Disney World. The only happy time I have in Disney World anymore is when I go back to watch their classic animations or the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Did every one of these fucking lizard men jump on me? All three of you jumped at once. Holy shit. And then another one tried. Okay, that was funny. It was like, get dogpiled, son. I thought you enjoyed our Disney Dreamlight Valley. Dreamlight Valley is fine, it's just... like, it's one of those games, it exists for you to spend time in it by collecting resources. And... that's not my favorite type of gameplay, but that's just my jerk-ass. I've never been a particular fan of games that are just cozy little hunts. Well, I guess that's actually technically a lie, because I did fall in love with Spyro the Dragon, and the original Spyro the Dragon trilogy is essentially 3 large collectathons. Level 34. I'm going to destroy this boss that we're going to run into in this level. Ah! He dropped his he dropped the lollipop rare drop. Oh my god. That is a rare drop that these guys have. They drop a lollipop, and it is a literal food item. It is a bad food item. Sacrifice itself. Woe is me. Yes, I'm an asshole. We get it. I've always been an asshole. On some level, I'm always a selfish prick, I guess. I don't know. Damn! He just gave that guy the clap! It's the same clap that Batman gave Red Hood in the Under the Red Hood film. Smack on the side of the fucking head right there, damn. I'm more of an asshole. No, you really are not. Let me kill that fantasy for you right now. No, you're not. Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph was pretty good. I'm so mean to you. You are mean in the sense that, like, when you have a... Oh god, I don't want to call it something that sounds mean on the internet, but I don't know how else to put it. When you have what I call one of your tantrums, you can get a little irritable and frustrated, and sometimes I would even argue a tiny bit mean-spirited. But you have never said certain things to me that have made me hurt, cut, or feel particularly torn or downtrodden. Like, you don't... Yeah, breakdown. I get breakdown is a good way to put it. You have never once ever actually done something to give me a fucking aneurysm. Okay, axes, spears, and special weapons. You have never been able to cut me to the quick emotionally. And I don't say that to insult you. I would very much prefer you didn't. So please, for the love of God, do not take that the wrong fucking way. There, I finally got my fucking battle-type devil shard. You're a fucking bitch. A lot of people have called me a bitch, so you're gonna have to dig a little deeper for an insult that actually hurts me. But you can be obstinate and difficult, but you are not ruthless when you are angry or upset. And a lot of the people that I have had to deal with over the course of my life, my sister, my mother, my grandmother, they know how to be particularly ruthless. My sister especially is one of the most verbally ruthless people you could ever imagine. And she knows exactly what to tell you to tear you to pieces. And it will tear you to pieces because it is 100% correct, and it sounds 100% offensive, even though she just told you the cold, hard truth. My sister is fucking infamous for that shit. And her anger is not to be underestimated. She's not somebody that will threaten you with physical violence. Oh no. My sister doesn't hurt people with physical violence. She will say shit that will make people just want to go home and put themselves in a quiet crying corner. Because she's damn good at it. Oh my fucking god, these assholes. These goddamn assassins on me. Rude. Is your sister regal? No. My sister is not regal. My sister is a much nicer person than regal often comes off as. But when my sister gets mad, when she gets protective over something that she very deeply values, the mama bear claws will come out and people will feel their psyches destroyed. Where you go pop something like what the fuck? That would be pretty funny. And you have to remember I had to deal with a sibling like that for years. She is a wonderful mother. She is a wonderful family tender. It was pretty hilarious last night. My mother had to call me because she was babysitting, and my nephew kept asking Pokemon questions and she couldn't answer them. Oh, you are not disappearing with that serum, you little fucker. Come back here. Come back here so I can beat your ass. If you're wondering what a Morgenstern is, it's basically a mace that's even bigger. He got bitch slapped across the room. Your mom's a boomer. My mother is not a Pokemon nerd. That's what my mother is not. My mother has never been a Pokemon nerd. I was the nerd in my family, and my sister hates that, but she accepts me for who I am. And I'm very nice to my nieces and nephews, and they love me, so... I have only ever had to discipline them once or twice. I'm Gen Z. I don't know what I am. When were you born? Yeah, when were you born is usually the trick. ...2002 Gen Z. Yeah. Yeah, technically. I guess you are. God damn. Okay, 37 Evo crystals. I'm like, how is this thing not evolved yet? Ow! Asshole! I don't act like it. Yeah, nobody acts the year they were born. Let me make that very fucking clear for you. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do the whole, oh, I don't act like it. No, don't do that. Not every member of a generation is a piece of dumb shit. There you are. I was gonna say, where the fuck did that basilisk go? Now we've got the lethal. This is kind of where you can feel the relatively limited asset design in this game, by the way. Like, a lot of the fairies kind of look like knockoffs of each other. And I'll show you what I mean. The lethal and the herbist look almost the same. And they're the first two fairy-type innocent devils that you're gonna get. Heck, I also had VHS tapes. I don't know how advanced a lot of the tech is in Ireland compared to like places like the UK and the US. But I'm wondering if you guys weren't a little bit late to the DVD stuff for that. That might sound offensive. I swear to God, I'm not trying to be. I just legitimately do not fucking know. Antidotes. So she can cure poison now because she's learned antidote. So if we get poison from now on, if we have the herbist, we can summon the herbist and the herbist will cure it for us. I wouldn't know. Okay. I wouldn't either. I've never been to Ireland, so if anybody in Ireland watches this later and wonders why I made that particular question, it's not because I think somehow that Ireland is absolutely backwards third world. I just don't know how advanced their technology is. They obviously have Xboxes and modern consoles and shit like that, and I know there's a lot of countries that don't even have that, so... Yeah, I mean, obviously they're not a third world, but I don't know how necessarily advanced they are by comparison. These fucking flame demons are asking for so much anal violence with this sword right now. Bitch. I'm gonna kick you in the dick, and then I'm gonna rob you, and then I'm gonna kill you. Bro, things were poor as fuck. The UK actually is pretty first world. It's just got very totalitarian government ideology. That's the problem that I have with the UK. The UK's government is very totalitarian, and not to its benefit. May as well try to rob these guys. Just to see what they have. Oh, damn it. There we go. Okay, it's 100 gold. Yeah, I remember they don't have anything you need for completion in the game when you rob them. All the elemental demons do have a rare drop chance of dropping a ring, or not all of them, but some of them can drop rings. U.S. government is a bunch of old pricks who like to control women and kill children. That was an inflammatory fucking statement. I don't think that was intended to be an inflammatory statement, but that was an inflammatory way of putting it. And, no, it's not. That sentence makes no sense. Yeah, it was supposed to be dramatic. That came off as less dramatic and more meant to target the U.S. government, because that was really fucked up. At least they don't jail people for something they say. You say that sentence makes no sense when referring to Rev talking about people being jailed for things that they say, but your government literally threatened to come after people for tweets on the fucking internet that were in other countries because they didn't like what was being said about them. And put those people in jail. Your government did that, not mine. Your government did that. People cannot legally be put in prison in the United States for things that they say. The freedom of speech that we have prevents that. There are corrupt interest groups that have broken that rule and managed to somehow get away with it for a while, but no. The UK actually can have people arrested for things they say if they violate certain speech laws, because they put laws and limitations on certain people's right to talk. And I know because I've seen the proof. Some people are going missing. People are going missing in the States because we deregulated the fucking borders and a lot of criminals came over that have started killing people and kidnapping them. Other people have gone missing for reasons I can't explain, and that probably is government related. I have never claimed that the United States is an innocent organization when it comes to its government. But, we don't jail people for words in my country. The UK will jail people for words. And it threatened to try to jail people for words that were in the United States by trying to extradite people over to their country, specifically so their government could charge them with crimes over words that were spoken on the internet. At least I can get an abortion pretty easily. This is a very politically charged conversation, and I guarantee you this fucking video is never going to be allowed to really talk much about it. Or go very far on the internet, but without somebody getting extremely inflammatory. As for abortions, that shit was given back to a state level, and some states took the abortion and made it illegal. Other states chose to keep it legal. So yeah, heal level 1 grants you 20 hit points. Heal level 2 restores 50 hit points. So heal level 2 is like every use of that is basically another potion. Only because Twitch favor people like Hassan. Hassan Piker has actually come under a lot of scrutiny lately. That has made a lot of people very unhappy with him because of his advocation for the Palestinians and the Palestinian act of murdering children. Hassan Piker is not actually getting the liberal freedom and protection that you think he is. Although he's made it very clear that he is a socialist. He's been a confirmed socialist for a while, and he's trying to bring down the government as it stands so that he can try and push socialist change into the government. Oh god, are you kidding me? You actually did that, Liz? That's funny as hell if you did. Tut. Johnny Somali is also crashing out hard right now. I don't even know who the hell Johnny Somali is. I do not keep track of politically motivated and politically focused YouTubers and Twitch streamers. I am not politically focused. I have my own political opinions, and I've kind of made them clear after a while, and that's obvious. But I am not a politically focused channel, and I don't ever want to be. If I have to open my mouth on politicals, I'll just be like, this is my opinion on the subject. But people by no means have to subscribe to my way of fucking thinking. They don't. The main reason why I think Hassan Piker is a sack of shit, and I have seen a lot of the things that he's done recently, is because he advocated for the murder of babies in a group of settlers who he called invaders. And it was territory that the Palestinians didn't use, hadn't used for decades, didn't plan on putting to use at all until the Israelis tried to move into it. And then all of a sudden they decided they had to have a problem. And that's just what I've heard. That could be wrong. That could be an entire misinterpretation of the situation. I don't care. The fact is that the Palestinians murdered the infants and children of those settlers. And Hassan Piker fucking advocated for that. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you advocate for the murder of children, you are a piece of shit. And he should have been canceled for that. And the fact that he still has a following at all is telling that people don't understand what that means. And the only reason why I advocate for him being canceled for that is because it's disgusting to advocate for the murder of children. I don't care what your reason is. I don't care what your creed is. If you advocate for the murder of children, no. You don't deserve your platform anymore. And he has used his platform to try and promote this and explain the perspective of people behind it. And there is no perspective to explain. Killing children is not acceptable. And he tried to say it was. That's the only thing I have to say about Hassan. I don't know anything else about the guy other than he is a politically motivated socialist. And possibly even communist. But that's neither here nor there. Like, that has nothing to do with why I don't like him. I don't like him because he advocated for the murder of children and tried to advocate for opposition to the Jewish religion. I am not Jewish. I don't subscribe to Jewish beliefs. But I believe in the freedom of practicing your goddamn religious rights. And I believe if he has a problem with that, then maybe he should talk to a particular individual from Germany that is no longer alive who persecuted Jewish people. And see what happened to that guy because he wanted to do it. Like, I say I'm not politically focused, and there I go. Like, that was pretty fucking political, what I just said. And it was really bad. He raged so much the stream started buffering. I don't like it when people advocate for that kind of bullshit. There's no excuse for that level of violence. Like, there's no excuse for that level of sadism either. If children get caught in the crossfire of what you're doing, the morality of what you're doing no longer matters. It's like the Russian-Ukraine war, I have always been supportive of Ukraine, but only in the sense that Ukraine has the right to protect itself and not be subject to Russian authority. It had nothing to do with the belief that somehow I thought, Russians deserve to be slaughtered. No. Like, if Ukrainians were killing Russian children, I would still advocate against those Ukrainians. I don't believe in children being caught in your violence or your creed or your cause or your war. It's one reason why I was always against the terror wars in the Middle East. I was never an advocate of the United States even being over there. I understand why we were over there. I understand what we were doing, but that shit was insane and we really didn't need to be there. And that is not me saying anything against the military either. I have mad respect for the military and everybody in it. Russia needs a different leader. No, I don't think they should be sent to shitholes. I just think they shouldn't have the right to a platform. Because Hassan used his platform to advocate for the death of kids. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you think you're advocating for. If it involves harming children, you need to rethink your existence. You need to rethink what you believe in. And you need to rethink why you believe in it. Like, I don't know Hassan. I don't want to know Hassan. I don't care to know Hassan. I know he advocated for the death of kids. That's all I need to know to not care about him. And that's actually why politics to me is such a... It's one of those things I try very hard not to discuss it on the internet, largely because I want people's politics to be kept out of things, in the sense that I don't want a movie that's trying to force someone's political opinion down my throat. That's what a lot of modern films have been doing, and it's been really terrible. And it's like people have just been opposed to that sort of thing for a while. And I've been opposed to it because I'm tired of watching people throw politics all over the place and piss on somebody else's personal beliefs. Like, the whole recent Hogwarts Legacy, the video game. Like, Hogwarts Legacy was a fucking video game. And I bring this up because people got bullied to the point of being verbally abused and insulted and attacked by people who hated J.K. Rowling because of J.K. Rowling's political beliefs, because they purchased and played Hogwarts Legacy, because Hogwarts Legacy was faithful to J.K. Rowling's imagined world of wizards and witches that had nothing to do with her politics. People tried to boycott a video game because of somebody's politics, and the video game had nothing to do with their politics. That's political megalomania, and that's absurd. That's kind of why I try to steer away from political discussion. Because politics inevitably devolves into somebody talking about hating somebody else. And I'm trying not to do that on the internet. And I realize that I've just spent probably the last 45 minutes doing exactly that. But, I mean, that's kind of an example of why politics is not something you should, I think, let control you to the degree that a lot of people do. Because a lot of people are politically extreme nowadays, and they pretend like, oh my fucking god, can I stop being stabbed off of the side of the screen for 1 minute? They act like their political beliefs just justify everything they do. Like, your beliefs don't always justify going to ridiculous extremes. Heal level 3, that grants you a 100 hit point health restoration. It costs like 40 hearts. What you're seeing here is kind of the main reason why fairies are very situationally useful. Healing is expensive when it comes to hearts with a lot of healing abilities. Is this the tier 3 fairy yet? Yeah, it is. Okay. Axes and special weapons are what I need. And I've been feeding it... Yeah, I fed it 24 frickin' red crystals before I figured out I needed to feed it some bullets. I'm a bit of an idiot. You're really making me think of JFJ. I don't know who JFJ is. I watch like YouTube videos from people who don't advocate very heavily politically, and people who've been trying to talk about situations as they go, because like Jester Bell is a female YouTuber that I watch, because her take on a lot of Hollywood's behavior lately has been that it's been backwards and whatnot, but she doesn't really talk about the politics of the situation quite so much as what she feels the opinion on the matter is. And I like that, because a lot of people want to construe what's happening in Hollywood as one major political bullshit mine after another. Actually, I don't think it's a political bullshit mine. I think it is the fact that people from Hollywood are very out of touch, they're very stupid, they're very ignorant, and their wealth has made them extremely backwards in the way they think. And a lot of them were probably criminals, and people just didn't know. Let fucking go! Good God, that grapple lasts entirely too long. This grind is mostly just to show off a lot of the different Innocent Devils for the Fairy type. I'm going to go back and get a Battle type Innocent Devil soon, and then build a Battle type that I actually want. Because the Strength Battle types that I built, I don't I don't actually want those. I want them specifically for a couple of very specific abilities and pretty much nothing else that will open up a couple of secret areas in the game so I can show them off. And I'm getting a lot of this grind out of the way now. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking about that here at this point. And I'm getting this grind out of the way now so that it doesn't really have to be done later. Because a lot of the Innocent Devils, most of the Innocent Devil grinding is going to get done early. So that I don't have to do a ton of it later. There's one more Innocent Devil that we're going to pick up that I'm going to have to grind a little bit in order to show you guys the many different forms of it. And it's because none of the forms are really bad, but none of them are really amazing either. And that's kind of what you're seeing with the Fairy type here so far. Fairy type Innocent Devils are really good medics, but they're not really that good for much else. I have to make one more, I think, Fairy type Innocent Devil out of a Devil Shard in order to be able to actually finish the Fairy types up. I'm just making this Fairy type so I have a decent Fairy type. And then I'll be making another Fairy type eventually, maybe, if I fucking feel like it, into something useful. But most of the fairies are not that useful, and it's because a lot of their abilities are oriented around regenerating health, but you kind of have to get a Gen 4, 5, or 6 Innocent Devil in the fairy types before they have enough hearts to be able to readily supply you with a strong amount of healing. Like, I'm level 36. I'm not even halfway up the level tree. 100 hit points is a quarter of my goddamn health bar. 100 hit points is 1/4 of my HP. And it costs her 1/3 of her fucking heart bar to do that. That's not good. If we can remember our first video game played. The very first video game I ever played, I'm pretty sure, was the original Super Mario Brothers on, I think it was Nintendo NES. I think that was the game that got me into video games. And then me and my brother used to go to Aladdin's Castle, which was this super cool fucking arcade back when we were kids. And we would play Area 51 together. We would always go there to play Area 51. And we were shooting up aliens, and we were having an awesome time. Oh god, I miss that. I miss Aladdin's Castle so much. Aladdin's Castle is such a good place to go. Why did arcades have to die? Oh yeah, because online gaming became a thing. Fair, I guess, but arcades were still beautiful. Looking back at a lot of arcade games that I played back then, though, those games were patent designed to take your fucking quarters. I remember a guy I used to know that I stopped being friends with a while back because he got very argumentative and combative. And he was a good guy, for the most part, when he wasn't that way. I'm absolutely ruin you, Seth. My mom had an N64 growing up. Come visit me, the arcades are lit as fuck. Wait a minute. You still have arcades in the UK? What? What? There's still arcades in the United Kingdom? In some places. Damn it! Man. I really miss arcades. Like, one thing I want to do, if I ever actually get enough money to do it, I want to buy a fucking arcade system. Let go of me, you big ugly fuck! I want to buy like a series of arcade machines and turn a room in my house into a big arcade room. I remember my dad bought an arcade machine that had track and field games on it, and we played a lot of it one time in his house. Oh man, those were the days. It was just a regular track and field game, and I normally don't ever give a shit about Olympics or sports. For some reason, I had a lot of fun with that game. Get you a caravan at the local holiday park. Oh, you are not getting away with that. No. No. That is my high potion. That's right. I'm glad you guys reminded me that I needed to play Monster Hunter Wilds while it was still popular. Because I had totally spaced that. Wow. A Terminator arcade machine. I remember they made a couple of Terminator games for the arcade. Damn it. Just rob that guy because I could. Can't remember what PS3 games I had or PSP games. I remember what PSP games I had. I played a shitload of the original Warriors Orochi on PSP. I played a little bit of Daxter. Didn't play that much of it. God, what were some of the other games I played on PSP? I didn't play very much on PSP. Admittedly. I kind of missed that little console. It wasn't a bad console. I played Siphon Filter Dark Mirror on that console. That was one of the games that I remember distinctly playing. Siphon Filter Dark Mirror was so good. It was one of the few games on that console that was actually really good. Renegade Squadron, oh man. I did play Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron. That was a good game. Okay, she's almost ready to evolve. If you want to give me free carbon steel, I'm going to take it. What is his AI doing? Read my early text messages. Hey! Hey! God damn it! Asshole! Asshole! Oh my god, these fucking demons. This is turning into a fucking slapper fest between Chris Rock and Bernie Mac. And Bernie Mac is smacking the shit out of me. God rest Bernie Mac. That man was a comedy legend. I've been reading the chat. I just don't have much input because I don't like GTA. I also noticed your wedding was over $450. Yeah, we knew that though. Don't make me beg, Lightning Demon. Fucking die. I can't do Sam from Gears 3 for shit. I wasn't even talking about GTA. Rev was talking about GTA, not you. I know who was talking about GTA. GTA is a series that my brother tried to get me into when I was a kid. I didn't fucking like it. I have never liked it. My friends tried to get me into GTA 5, telling me it was such a great game. It was the best GTA experience. I've had tons of people who are fans of GTA be like, you gotta play GTA 5, it's the best game in the world. I played GTA 5 for 30 fucking minutes and I was immediately bored and ready to play something else. That game was not the best fucking game in the world. It was just another game. Want to know something, though? You got over a year to save. Oh. Yeah, that. Oh, look, a Devil Shard. I'm at 88 crystals. Hi! It's the Executioner Chamber. And there's her evolution. GTA fan. Ask for a raise, I don't know. Tiramisu! Great! She is a, pudding. Most knowledgeable race of any fairy, rich in ancient culture, always ready to help and advise. Buzz off. Seth, you gotta be there. All I can promise is that I will try. But I have no idea if I'm gonna be able to. Give me sun tears, dickhead. No, wait. Tiramisu isn't a pudding. Tiramisu is a cake, isn't it? I forget. It's a food. It's a sweet food. I know that. I feel incredibly fucking stupid right now because I can't remember what that is. It's a dessert. Yeah, I knew it was a dessert. I couldn't remember exactly what. What's up, Charlie? I'm gonna kick your ass, Charlie. I'm gonna kick your ass, Charlie! An Italian dessert consists of layers of coffee-soaked ladyfingers and a cream made from mascarpone, eggs, and sugar. Get 'em, Charlie, bro.